Howdy, it's Blue Gubrious. I was going to start like I usually do and say, quick video, but I don't know if it's going to be quick. I hope you can see that I have my Relict version 1 5-watt world mug and my vintage original 5-watt world shirt. I'm wearing those on purpose because what I'm going to talk about here in a moment is because of people like my pal Keith. I'm also playing the guitar that I got from Keith Williams. I'm actually just hiding behind it now. So yeah, here's the deal. Everybody I hear, and that's probably everybody on guitar YouTube that I follow, all say that the best thing in music is to collaborate with others. And that is a very common sentiment. A lot of people say it. Keith says that a lot. That's why I'm doing this now. And I actually communicated with him a bit ago to make sure that he knew if I was going to make this video, it was not critical of him, because he's actually the normal one. I'm the weirdo. So whatever I say right now, you can pass on completely, because there's a really good chance not many of you think what I think. And I know that. So I'm not saying what I think should be normal or more people should think like, but I am going to say this. And you can see it in the title of the video, which is that I don't play well with others, nor do I want to. Now, that's only partially true. I do play well with others. When I have been in bands, and mainly my brother's band, we had to get along because we're brothers, right? Tell the Fogartys that, and maybe the Robinson brothers, but you're supposed to get along with your brothers. When I've played with my brother, we butted heads. You know, we had the same challenges any bandmates do, but really we looked out for each other. So I have played, and that's not the only band I've played in officially. I played in a few other bands, and always enjoyed it, always had a good relationship with the people I played with. And if you look on my channel, there's a few collaborations on there, not many, but a couple, and there's more coming. The one that's most maybe significant to me is if you look at the song in my cover, or in my originals playlist called One More Time Around, where I got to write and record a song with the drummer of the band Big Wreck, one of my all-time favorite bands, and he's one of my all-time favorite drummers. So I felt our collaboration went well and we worked well together. No hurt feelings, nobody fighting each other. I'm not sure I would do it again, but that's because of what I'm about to tell you. No, I would probably do it again. If Donald Forrest Williams asked me to play another song, yeah, I'd probably say yes to that. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I don't prefer to collaborate. I don't prefer to make music with other people. I'm not looking for collaboration or community when it comes to music. I had that when I was much younger, and I enjoyed it when I had it. I jammed a lot when I was younger, like I told you about the band situation. I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. I didn't feel, I didn't have an ego that didn't want to be, have the give and take of making music. It isn't that. When I say I don't play well with others, that doesn't mean I think I'm better or would do something better than any other person would do. I absolutely know that the most healthy thing in collaboration is where everybody has equal pull and everybody has equal input. And I can work well in that sense with others. I can work well. I just don't want to. So the reason I'm making the video is to say maybe there's another weirdo or two out there like me who prefers to make music on their own. Are you out there? You know, I might even be asking. Let me know if I'm, am I insane that I would prefer to play music alone, to make my own music? There are some other probably unhealthy things in there, you know, some other things that could be looked at. Like maybe that I am an introvert by nature, which is true, but maybe that introvert tendency also makes me skeptical, cynical, a little afraid to open the arms to others, you know, keeping people at bay. That can be a thing. So maybe you can ask yourself that about you. If you're hearing me say I don't want to make music with others, and that rings true of you as well, and you're thinking, yeah, I agree with that, Blue. I don't want to make music with others too, or either, whatever the right word is there. You might do some, I don't know, introspection, think a little bit and think if it's coming from a healthy place or an unhealthy place. Maybe you're critical. Maybe you're a jerk and you don't want to play with others because you don't like people and there's no love. That is not why I don't want to play with others. I really just got to the point in my life where I make music alone and like it and at the pace I want to make it at, and to not pressure anybody else with having to deal with me and those kind of things. See, those are the potentially unhealthy things where for me, it isn't that I don't like others, it's that I don't like me. And I wouldn't want others to have to deal with me making music. So there's some things to think about in there. Some things psychologically and things like that. But the main reason for the video is just to say to my good friends out there who all think it is completely and absolutely normal to want to play music with other people and to make music with others, whatever that means, in a band or in production or songwriting or whatever the medium is of collaboration. There might be people, it might be normal that is what people think, but I never claim to be normal. I know I'm abnormal, but I'm curious, are there others out there like that? Do you who think otherwise think there's something missing? Like I said, I had a pretty, I think, successful gigging career when I was younger. I think, I got to open for most of my heroes and meet them and play for them. And they were kind to me and said really great things. I don't talk about that a lot. It's a weird kind of humble brag thing, to talk about when Foghat didn't want to go on and they wanted us to play longer because they were enjoying what the crowd was doing for us when we opened for them, or Robin Trower's road manager tried to sign us to his record label, and I rejected him because of how he treated us. So yeah, those are fun stories. Maybe I could do a stream sometime about band stories, but really what I'm driving at here is I don't have any desire to connect with someone to make music. It's something that I have to make myself do, and when I make myself do it, it is me doing the thing, knowing it's probably not healthy. I probably need to have a good, more open relationship with other people, and to have the kinship and the community that comes with making music with others. But I have tons of reasons for not wanting to do it. Probably the main one is I just like making music on my own. I could tell you lots of stories about how I don't learn new music and how I don't play the music of my heroes. Maybe that's my next video. So even right now, this is one of those seasons. I'm in a moment right now at this time, late October 2025, where I don't feel like making music. I'm actually struggling. So I'm making this video because those two things kind of were next to each other. They're juxtaposed right now. The fact that I don't feel like making music, and I'm also thankful that no one else is depending on me right now to make music. Like I'm not collaborating with anybody or making community projects in the independent music community that I love spending time in. And so anyway, what are your thoughts on that? I'd like to hear from you. And there might be a chance Keith might comment on this. That yes, most people, I would say most normal people, most reasonable people, want to play music with others. They want to make music. They want to jam. They want to learn songs, sing songs, play songs together. And I don't think I would be bad at it. I'd like to think I'd be a good teammate if I was on a team. I just want to play the solo sport, make music for myself. This is a little bit more like, to me, like painting, most people aren't collaborative when they do the art of painting, or most people aren't collaborative or when they play golf, for example. I would never play golf, but if someone plays golf, it's not a team sport. It's an individual sport. And you would get input from others, but the game itself is played alone. And that's just kind of how I do music now. Not when I was younger, but now. What are your thoughts? Hit me with your thoughts. I would love to hear them. Maybe you're the kind of person that really only finds the most enrichment with music when you're playing with other people. Maybe. And if that's true, tell me. I'd like to hear that. I'm not trying to be critical of that. I want to hear more about it. Maybe I got some adjusting to do. All right, thanks. Take care. I will be back sometime with some guitar playing. There's a new guitar right there behind me that I haven't talked about yet. See ya.